Hi, this is Linda
and April
from Blacksburg Bell, and today is Happy Hour Friday. Hey, April.
Hi. Grab a cocktail and join us.
Because today is all about stress relief.
Yes.
It's all about unlocking your creativeness, whether you are drawing, painting, writing. What else do we do? It makes us anxious.
Anything creative. Sometimes you can get very caught up. Even if you're trying to write music or something, you can get very caught up
in the fact that you can't get started.
Yes.
You have in mind what you want to do, but no matter what you try, it isn't exactly something that ignites those creative thoughts and keeps them moving until you get something you're really pleased with.
Mm-hmm.
So, April, do you want me to talk about how I unleash creativity, unleash the uninhibited me?
Yes.
When drawing?
Okay. So I think that drawing is one of those things that a lot of people get caught up on because they feel like they're not good enough. They feel like they can't draw whatever it is that is in their head. They can't get it onto paper, and people get really frustrated. And so Linda does a lot of things and helps a lot of people when they are feeling frustrated and they can't draw. So yeah, share some with us.
Okay. Would you like me to demonstrate those, or would you just like me to tell a story?
Tell a story.
Okay. Oftentimes, if you're sitting there in front of a blank piece of white paper, it can be very intimidating. It's perfect, it's crisp, it's pristine, and to make a mark on it would, if it's not right, you erase and you erase and you try again and you try again, and pretty soon you've ruined the paper.
Or you give up.
And so one thing I do, is, April, just pretend like you're frustrated right now. April, she does a good job, doesn't she?
I hate this.
Can you not get started?
No.
Okay.
No.
April?
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
This is what I'm going to do it away from the microphone so it doesn't... Look what I'm going to do to your paper now. Is it perfect?
No.
Is it pristine?
No.
If you put a mark or a mass on there, would you mess it up now?
No.
No. And so you saw her reaction when I crumpled the paper up. Chances are, if you do this for yourself, you'll say, well, that's not so bad after all. I think I can draw on this and if I make a mistake, so what? It's just a piece of paper. And guess what? There's more from where that came from, and as long as you recycle, there's not a problem. So that's one way to relieve pressure when you're starting to draw. Sometimes you have this vision in your head and it just won't come through your arm, through your pencil to your paper. And this is one way of unlocking it. Another way is to just take that paper, put it on the floor, and stomp on it. And when you stomp on it, I hope the viewers aren't laughing at this because I am very serious right now. If you stomp on it, you get dirt on it. And the more you draw on it, the more those footprints disappear from your paper. And at first you were inhibited by the white paper. You get drawing, and pretty soon the footprints disappear, and what you have is your own work on there. So, April, you do a lot of writing. And writing can be the same way as drawing, or even starting to create music or anything else. You start with that blank piece of paper or that blank palette, and you have to get yourself started. So tell us how you ignite and get those words just right.
Okay, so if I'm frustrated with writing, one of the things I have to tell myself is this can not be good, this can suck. This can be crap. And
I don't use those words, so go ahead.
This can be crap. And when I'm writing it, and I'm typing, because I usually type, I just tell myself that if this is no good, this is a rough draft, it doesn't matter. I can go back, I can edit, I can take things out, I can add to it, I can do whatever it needs to be a finalized piece of writing. And so it's very easy for me to say, no one else has to read this rough draft. No one else has to read this crap except for me. And then I can pick it apart and figure out exactly how I want it to go.
And that's the same way with drawing. You know, you sketch something, you erase. You draw a little bit more, you erase. And sometimes...
you erase the crap.
You erase your unwanted lines. April. In any event, you can also do what April said with your lines, the same you can with your words. The other thing I do is I will just put it to the side for a minute and say, do something else for 15 minutes. Come back to it. And it looks a lot different 15 minutes later than it did when I started it. And I can automatically say, well, this needs to go. This needs to stay. And I like where this is placed, but I don't like that. And so I'm going to move that, and I'm going to add this. The same with your words. Isn't that amazing? That two different ways of communicating, whether through picture or through words, you go through that same struggle of getting started. And so if you do something like wad up the paper or stomp on it, that gets rid of your frustration first. And then you feel lighter. You feel like you've unloaded that frustration and you're ready for the adventure you're about to begin.
That sounds great. So to get over your fear of drawing, you have to not take yourself so seriously.
Yes.
Basically. And do something to lighten the mood, to lighten up.
Yes. And, you know, sometimes if you play music, sometimes the music gets you going and thinking in a different direction. And then you're working, you're listening to the music, you're in a groove.
Yeah, I definitely like to work to music. Not when I write, but when I'm doing any kind of mixed media or anything like that, I turn on the music. It makes it, you know.
So our recommendation for you, if you're feeling uptight, if you're feeling like you cannot do something, you can't draw something, you can't write something, you can't create something, you can't exactly get the vision you have in your head on paper, then try wadding up your paper. Try stomping on it. Try writing as many words as you can and coming back to it and deleting things that don't look right, don't sound right.
Or just plain crap.
That's a wrap.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.